And so last but by no means least, we have Gareth Chalk, who's going to give us his top tip on the financial health check.
Last time Sarah asked me to speak, she had me following Tony Gordon, and now she's got me following another legend, David Batchelor. So yeah, thanks, Sarah. Really, really appreciate it. So I'm going to share with you for the next few minutes. It's not so much a tip, but it's a tool that we've been using, not least because most of my tips have probably come from you guys. So it's something I've been using for a few years, and I developed it sort of 3 or 4 years ago. Have you ever noticed how polarized the world seems these days? And it seems like a trend that's been increasing over the last sort of 5, 6, perhaps 7 years. We see it every day. It's in the news that we consume, and it's the bedrock of newspapers, like the Daily Mail in particular. It could be Brexit, it could be Trump, it could be Jeremy Corbyn, it could be COVID lockdowns, Vladimir Putin. Everything seems universally either good or bad, black or white, and it seems increasingly polarized. And I don't know if it's a recent thing, but we seem to want to jump to the easiest binary answer to every scenario. So everything seems to be dumbed down. And again, it's good, bad, black, white. And I noticed this is echoed in the way that people view their finances. We've all met that potential new client who tells us that they've got an investment that's really good because it's gone up, or it's really bad because it's dropped in value, or it hasn't gone up as much as their friends. So our role it's often hard trying to educate clients that our role as a financial planner is not to uncover that mystical investment that rises every year. It's to look beyond that. And if it's an investment that's gone up, it doesn't necessarily mean if it's shot up like a rocket, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best one for you. So with that in mind, over the next 2 minutes, I'm just going to share with you a tool that I built a few years ago to try and educate clients and help them see past this binary good, bad, and to focus on the areas that are important for a proper financial plan and a framework for discussions. So there's 2 ways that we use this tool that I'm going to share with you. We use it for new potential clients as a financial health check, like an MOT service, if you like. And also we use it as forward planning for our reviews for existing clients. We use it so I'm going to just talk how that works. So if I can share my screen. Brill. Get that presentation. So we've all got a similar process in terms of the way that we do things for our clients. So let's talk about what we actually do. So typically for ongoing clients, for ongoing reviews, planning, whatever we call it, it would be a process that we've all used that looks similar to this. So first of all, it flags out when is a client's review or forward planning due. So we might be like, I know David does, all of our clients once a year. We're moving to surge meetings every 6 months. We look at half of our clients, however we do it. So we've got the review date. Then before we do our forward planning and our review, we need to get an update from the client in terms of what's happened in your world. So change of circumstances, check the risk profile, and then we need to get the valuations to find out what have they got. And then we look at the actual assessment of how suitable is their stuff. And this is stuff that we all do. So we look at a number of things. Is the contract still suitable? Are you using your ISA allowances? Have you got a pension? Have there been any tax changes, any legislation changes? Financially, is the provider that we're using still strong? Are their charges good? Are they giving a good level of service? And then we look at the actual underlying funds. What's the spread of assets, the actual specific funds? So however we do it, if we manage our own portfolios, if we've got a DFM, if we just use single funds, we've all do this process behind the scenes. So that's what we kind of do. The reality is clients don't often care about this stuff. They don't often realize we do this. They instinctively go to that binary thing that we can't control. Has my investment gone up? If it has, it must be good. Has my investment dropped? No, it has dropped, therefore it must be a poor investment. So I've been looking for a while, scratching my head thinking, how can we communicate what we do to get them beyond that binary element? Because the reality tends to be, if we're doing proper planning, it's about maximizing any opportunities, helping them avoid mistakes, and giving them peace of mind. And it's answering that question of, are we going to be okay? And as Carl Richards, I love Carl Richards' diagrams, it's taking what the client thinks is simplistic. We've got to add a load of complexity. We've got so much regulation stuff we need to do, but it's transferring that and making it seem elegantly simple as far as the client's concerned. So what we've looked at is this tool for reporting back to the clients on the strengths or challenges for what they've got. So we came up with a financial health index. it looks at three aspects of planning for someone's finances. We did it on a grade. It's actually an idea I got from a guy called, I've got one of his books upstairs, Ross Levin, I think his name is. It's a book that was referenced. He's got a book called the Wealth Management Index. And it's simply giving a client a score based on where they are with their finances. And it's a simple percentage. And you're either going to be in the green, which means you're on track. It means you're in the amber or yellow, which means that, yes, we need to change and make some tweaks. It needs to be a bit more focused, or you're in the red. So we've got three aspects. I'm going to skirt over the first one, and that's your lifestyle index. So that's looking at things like, have you got enough income to maintain your lifestyle? If you're taking income withdrawals from your pension, is that a sustainable level? Are we happy with that? And the way it works behind the scenes is we simply tick the box and the speedometer moves up. So if you're in the green, we're saying to clients, you know what, everything's fine. We're comfortable that you are where you should be. The key one is what we call the long-term capital index. That's looking at someone's investments that they've got. It looks at a number of things. It looks at 5 aspects. In fact, what I'm going to do is, I'll just talk it through briefly. I'll show you interactively how it works in a second. It looks at 5 aspects. The first thing that it looks at is the contract that you've got. So ISA wrappers, pension wrappers, are we happy that that's still the best contract? We tick the box, it moves at the speedometer. The second thing that we all do is, are we happy with the choice of provider? Be it the platform you're on, if it's our own platform, are we still happy that that's best meeting your needs? Tick the box, moves at the speedometer. The third thing is the asset allocation. Are we happy with a spread? Does that give you the right risk reward? Tick the box, it moves up. So again, if we're looking to perhaps do a rebalance, then we perhaps wouldn't have that box ticked. So we're flagging up with the client, we need to make some changes. The fourth thing is the actual funds that are used. Are we happy with that? And the last, and it is the least important, is has your money grown by whatever your benchmark is? We deal with a lot of retirees. The benchmark is trying to beat inflation. Not so easy at the moment. So has it grown by more than inflation over the last 12 months? We've also then got one for estate planning. It's about wills, it's for LPAs and all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to quickly show you how it actually works then. If I can talk, let's move my head around there, it'd be a bit better, wouldn't it? So what we do is when Josie, my power planner, does the assessment for the client, she simply goes through this. Yes, we're happy with the contract we've got, tick the box. It doesn't look so good on our Mac, so it looks a little bit nicer on her system. We are then looking at the provider. Are we happy that Aviva, Fidelity, Nucleus are still the most suitable? Yes, we tick the box. Are we happy with the distribution, the spread of assets? Yes, we tick the box. Are we happy with the choice of funds? Yes, we are. Has the money grown? No, it's been a disastrous year, been a disastrous 6 months. It's not grown. However, you're still in the green because that last one, which is the one that clients tend to go to, is the only one we can't control. So we use this to help educate clients that these are the things we can control. If we get these 4 right more often than not, then the last one will come. But it doesn't mean that it's a bad investment. If it's not grown, if all the other bit boxes are ticked, we're still happy that it's on track because the last one's only worth 10%. So that is something, crikey, I've actually finished with about 30 seconds to go. So that's something which we've been sharing and using for quite a while. So we've had good feedback with that. So we're actually embedding that in our clients' suitability and our ongoing documents that we send on to clients. So that is everything.